Hey you guys. Hey, I'm up in northern Utah today and I'm doing a little aquatic research, a little entomology, and this is one of Utah's blue ribbon trout streams, and it's called the Logan River, and the upper Logan River has one of the highest densities of Bonneville cutthroat left in the state of Utah. Really a unique cutthroat. But what I'm doing, guys, I'm flipping over rocks and I'm seeing what kind of aquatics are on here, and you can see these little things right here that are attached to them. That is actually a caddis, and what a caddisfly does, it will grab little sand kernels and it'll make a little shell, and then it will hide in that little shell till it's time to hatch. But what I was really after, you guys, is called a salmon fly. See that salmon fly right there, guys? I'm gonna grab him before he gets away. We'll put him over here and I'll put these here and show them to you guys. Now, salmon flies, guys, are probably one of the most world-renowned flies anywhere to a fly fisherman. And salmon flies are really unique. A lot of people think that salmon flies are a terrestrial, but they're really not. They're an aquatic insect. And so what these salmon flies will do, you guys, is they'll get under rocks, like see the rocks out in the middle of the river, and these flies, they will actually stay in this stage right here for about 3 years. And I think why a lot of people think they're terrestrials is because when they hatch, they're not like your normal aquatics where they'll actually crawl out from underneath the rock, they'll form a little air bubble, and then they'll pop up to the surface and then they'll hatch. What your salmon flies will do, you guys, is they'll actually crawl out from underneath the rock, then they'll crawl up into a riparian habitat or up onto where it's warm, and then they will go through their metamorphosis, and then they'll change into an adult. And they're amazing bugs. These are little ones here, you guys. These look like yellow salmon flies, yellow stone flies. And some of these flies, guys, will get 3 inches long. They'll get, you could have them that big. And what they look like, guys, is a great big grasshopper with great big huge wings. And these insects, they need about 50 to 55 degree weather to actually hatch. And then one of the coolest things about these, which if you're a river guide or an outfitter or just a fly fisherman, what these will do is when the water hits about 55 degrees, it's always going to be warmer in the lower sections of the river. And so these flies will start hatching in the lower sections of these rivers, and then gradually they will move upstream as the temperatures get warmer. So what you want to keep your eye on is when these insects start hatching in the lower river, then the next day there might not be any of them hatching there where they've moved upriver. And I've seen these aquatic hatches move anywhere from 2 to 5 miles in just a single day. And so it's really important that you keep your eye on where you first see these aquatics hatch, and then you can follow them upriver. So say the Logan River I'm on right here is probably a little over 20 miles long. So if you catch these aquatics, the stonefly, when they first start hatching, then you can follow them up the river. And the coolest thing about stoneflies, you guys, is they allow a fly fisherman a lot of room for error. The fish love these so much that you don't have to have a good presentation when you have this fly. You could like slap the fly on the water. You could hit that cliff over there and have it bounce off and hit the water. You could drag them underneath the water. You could sink them. You could reel them in real slow through the deep holes. But the salmon fly is like a dinner bell to trout, you guys. Out of all the aquatics, even your mayflies and your caddis or your blue-winged olives or your pretty much anything, guys, the stonefly is the king. The cicada fly is probably closely behind it, and they actually hatch out of the pine trees. But your stoneflies or salmon flies, like these two that I've got right here, are probably your number one fly, that if you want to catch big fish and a lot of fish and not have to be an expert at presenting a fly, these are the flies that you want to keep your eye on. So anyway, you guys, I wanted to tell you a little bit about salmon flies, or they're called salmon flies or stone flies. And I did commercial fly tying for about 20 years, you guys, and this was my number one selling fly, was this one. And I would do them in the nymph stage like they are here, and then I would do them in the adult stage. When they're in the adult stage, they get great big huge wings, guys. They look like a big flying grasshopper or a big butterfly, except for they have the more elongated body, more like a dragonfly. Anyway, guys, I hope that was informative for you. They're an amazing bug, and I'm going to go ahead and put these guys back on this rock and flip it over. And those things might be there for another year. They might be there another 2 years before they're ready to hatch. But anyway, guys, I wanted to show you the Logan River here in northern Utah. It is a blue ribbon trout stream. If you love to fly fish, it's an absolutely fantastic fly fishing river. And anyway, sending you guys a great big huge smile here from the Cache National Forest on the Logan River, just out of Logan, Utah. And sending you a great big smile, guys. You guys have a nice day. Okay, see you guys. Bye.